Hey there, everybody. Pretty fantastic session today. Just had some squat destruction. I don't really know how else to describe it. This is 495 for my last warm-up. Did a double here without a belt. I decided for this, at least the start of this training cycle, that I'm going to be keeping my stance in a little bit more like it was at the beginning of the last training cycle. Towards the end there, I started to move my feet back out, and it started to resemble a little bit of my old squat form, and so I'm trying to kind of stay true to myself here and keep my stance in for these earlier weeks. But here come the work sets, 545, and I decided to film all of them and just kind of compare them. So for anybody who's been following my videos since the start of this last training cycle, the last time I did this workout, my work weight was 500, and so this time the work weight is 545. Over the course of 6 weeks, without changing anything other than my diet and just working really hard, I have significantly seen an increase in my performance at these workouts. And these aren't shallow squats. I'm not cutting the depth on them. I feel really good about how all these all went. Really focusing on driving my elbows down a little bit at the start and keeping the bar really tight on my back. I think I used to let my elbows float back away from my body a little bit because it's more comfortable once you lift the weight initially. You see right there, my elbows are kind of back, and then I drive them down a little bit, and it just puts me in a better position at the bottom so that I'm less likely to collapse forward. I'm still going to come forward. It's a heavy weight, and I'm going low. I know that my back is going to have a tendency to come forward, but it helps me to prevent that. And so, yeah, on that particular set, the bar rolled a little bit on my traps because I didn't have it set tight enough, but I'm still moving it pretty well. 3 sets down, felt good. Decided on the last set I was going to go for broke, and I was going to try to pause these, which is significantly, I mean, this is the heaviest weight I've ever tried to pause for a pause squat, even for a single. And so there was the first one, felt good about it. And on the second one I said, I'm just going to get to the bottom, I'm going to relax. And boom. That was, I don't know, I feel really good about that set. I'm very happy with the fact that I paused that. I couldn't have done that 6 weeks ago. I couldn't have done that 3 weeks ago. I'm pretty jacked how that went. For the bench press here, close grip, decided to take my feet completely off the bench, and balance becomes an issue. I reminded myself of why I've had my feet on the bench when I do this foot up position thing. But I just had 6 doubles here at 320. Everything felt pretty good. As soon as I put my feet back on the bench, you can see it really just kind of flies. Really happy with how everything's going. And on this one, I actually paused them. As the sets went on with this particular workout, my bench felt better as I went, so it was kind of cool. And then I put my feet down for the last one, decided to hit a pretty easy triple. And that's all she wrote. Bench is really coming along. All the extra shoulder work that I've been doing has been paying off tremendously, so I'm going to keep that up like crazy. Back over to the squats. This is where the workout gets hard. But I told myself I'm still not going to cheat anything. I'm going to make sure that my reps are legit, and I'm going to try to make them as hard as possible by not wearing the belt as long as I can. I need to go to work actually very shortly after this, so I had to cut the session short. So I knew I wasn't going to get all the sets in, and so what I told myself is I'm going to go up to 495 here, and I'm going to try to raise my level of perceived exertion for any other sets by doing this first one without a belt. And so any sets I do afterwards are going to feel harder. I'm going to get more work with the same weight, even if I don't do as many sets. If that makes sense to you guys. It made sense to me, that's why I did it. It was the same idea with the other day when I did my deadlifts, how I did my max rep as my second set instead of waiting for my last one, specifically to make the other sets afterwards harder. It just is a different way to work, and it's kind of a different mentality to approach it with. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave it a like rating. Go ahead and share the video if you think that someone else would enjoy it. And questions or comments are always welcome. It's my favorite part about these is interacting with the people who watch the videos, or else there's no reason for me to even post them. So thank you again, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.